Three, two, one. I forgot to do a single internet test. Oh boy. It's
Yay.
fine. It really looks like a good internet day, as far as I can tell.
Looks like I might be blocking some of the words with my giant rat head.
No, you're fine. Anyways, Jack! You! Friend! Oh, I can hear myself. Ah. Jack, hiya, boss! I see you. Jack, hello, hi. You still have to decide what you want as your, like, little payment thing for being a mod. What? Sorry, I'm dying now. Fine, I'll shrink you, Rue, here. Is that good? Would you like to go smaller? Would you like to go
shrinking.
quantum microscopic?
I'm becoming small. Ah. 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 I'm getting dizzy.
Yeah, being silly. But I'm fixing the reference? Okay. Hi, Cleo. Hi, Dolphin. Hi. Hi. Hi, Lily. Hi. Hello, everybody. We're doing Up the Devil. Say hi, Rue, my lover. Hello. Say hi.
Hi, Rue.
God, every time. Say hello, person I know as Rue.
Hello, person I know as Rue.
No! Okay, Ruethwin the Rat. I need you to say hello.
Hello?
Yeah, I
Did
did
I do
it!
it right this time?
Yes! Oh, finally! Insert the clip of, like, the teacher reading off, like, his students' recipes for peanut butter and jelly and doing it literally. Just do that real quick. just
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah, we're oving the deviling. Last time we left off on apparently a really long interaction, which I did not feel have the energy to go through. So,
It's
there's
alright.
that.
I'll start. New case. Continue. Settings.
No!
Bonuses.
No!
Locals.
Stop
Quick
it!
game. Confirm. Return.
Okay, you're
Select.
right. Let's go right here.
Version
Stop! Stop it!
2.2.9.2026.0.
Loading! 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 Hi, Reina. Hi, Rue. How are you? Howard?
Hi.
Hello. Yeah,
Hi,
Howard.
Cleo. And hi, Dolphin. I am awake, which is a state that I can sometimes be in.
Yes, I planned. Yeah, Rue's not getting any sleep with me. It twirls hair bite slip. We're playing of the devil.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
I guess we're going
I
top to bottom.
pretty sure I'm voicing Sarah and the blue-haired chick right here.
Yes. Being that it is just us two, I will voice a lot of other characters too instead of just Morgan.
I don't mind voicing, plenty of characters.
Okay,
Now
so
that my voice is back,
in
I'm
your
no
head,
longer
you're
a
like,
bot.
I don't mind voicing plenty of characters. Meanwhile, you're like, yeah. Meanwhile, I'm like, yeah. I voice Morgan, and you voice everyone else.
I don't like talking to myself, if that makes sense.
I see. You set the CC. You set the CCE standard operating procedure a moment ago. What is that?
CCE stands for Counter Corporate Espionage, which is just industry doublespeak for corporate espionage. Only used in self-defense. You understand?
So, Nebula anticipates employees at your level given poison. My favorite thing to use in Slay the Spire.
They give us all kinds of CCE training.
Quesadillas de maíz con arroz. Ooh, nice. That sounds really yummy, Jack. Do you have anything in your rice, or is it just rice? You gotta tell me.
Oh, did I just wake up? No, I've been up for a while. Subtly, of course, usually disguised as the itinerary as leadership workshops or psychiatric evaluations.
Mixed veggies bag? Let me guess. There are peas, carrots, and I want to say corn. Maybe so if we can, because my grandmother would grab a mixed veggies bag and be like peas, carrots, I sometimes corn, and then she would add tomatoes and onions. They trained you to expect to get murder at these leadership workshops?
Sorry. Murder is fairly rare at our level. More likely, they'll want us too sick to work. Let us drain company resources in a hospital bed while our position sits vacant.
That's smart. Like snipers purposely avoiding vital areas to strain the enemy's medical resources.
That's terrible. Like snipers purposely avoiding vital areas in order to strain enemy medical resources?
Huh, that's smart. They're doing evil bad thing. Wow, that's awful! They're doing evil bad thing! No! Real?
Sorry, I'm talking to an artist.
Oh. Oh boy. What is it? Tell us!
Here, I will show you, and you will not tell them.
Okay, of course.
Sound like a deal?
Of course.
Okay. That's nothing compared to when they want to turn an asset.
Let me look at this. Oh. Nods my head as you pass me in the hallway. That's all I have to say about that. Just like a little. I acknowledge you.
Be ill for the rest of your life with an undiagnosed malady.
Or maybe, Twitch got, Jack got Spanish ads now. Oh no.
Or become our mom, and we'll send you the antidote every 2 weeks.
Oh no. That's a nasty piece of work.
That's a nasty lying of work. Consulting.
I'm sorry?
It's just what they call it. Can't exactly put corporate spy on your CV.
So every consultant I've met at a cocktail party was actually...
Depends. Did they say they're consultants? Or did they say that they were in consulting?
How the hell am I supposed to remember? So do your people think that what happened to David was a deliberate attack?
Noble's competitors have been trying to get to David for years. And that's the timescale their plans operate on. If this was an attack from a rival corporation, the company would have seen it coming. And they
Oh.
probably have struck first. Is everything okay?
Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
you got robot-y for a little bit.
My bad, my bad. My internet is not the strongest at this hour.
I see, I see.
I might have to not watch the Twitch stream. I
I
will
see.
pop out the chat and just have the chat. Where is the... There it is. Okay. Well, bye. Alright. This way
I've
I
been
can see the
abandoned.
chat at least. Yes, you have been. So we pick in the next option.
No, I'm scared of cups. They're so scary. I'll have to get over my fear of cups.
Yeah,
I've
they
been
contain fluids like you.
Oh, I'm not a flute, but
You're a fluid. That's
I'm
what
not a
slime is.
I'm not a container of fluids though.
Yes, but cups are. They
Yeah.
contain fluids.
Well, I'm
You're a
not a
fluid.
fluid. I'm a gelatin. I don't know.
Uh, I will tell you right now, gelatin is just a very viscous fluid.
Oh. Are people viscous fluids?
No.
Are cats a fluid?
People are like water balloons.
Are cats a
Yes,
liquid?
but that's weird. No. Cat is like a fifth state of matter. They're just cat.
Oh. What about rat?
Rat, they're definitely solid. They're just weird.
What about ferret?
Ferrets don't have spines, but otherwise are solid.
Okay. And um what about fire?
Fire is a chemical reaction. It's not actually anything. There is parts of fire that is solid, and then there's parts of fire that is gas rapidly.
Mm-hmm. And what about water? Is water wet?
Water, well, water in itself is not wet. Things become wet when they have a fluid in them that
Mm.
permeates them. So, water is not wet, but when you stick your hand in water, your hand becomes wet. Are we going to continue to ask me weird, stupid,
What's the difference
edge-chasing
between a genie's
questions?
wish and a monkey's paw wish?
So a genie's wish, they have uh, a sentient mind, and they can fuck up your wish in the way that like they know how to. A genie, monkey's paw wish will grant you exactly what you ask for, and usually that's um, done in the laziest way possible, and that usually fucks up your wish.
Hmm. So what if I
It
monkey's
also
pawed
can't.
wish for a genie that would grant infinite wishes?
Okay, well, uh, I don't think that could happen.
Hmm.
But if you tried, I'm sure some way, somehow, you would come into contact with that in a way that would definitely break some laws,
Hmm.
and maybe a
You
couple
be
of the.
my monkey's paw real quick. What if I wished for a PC right now?
Uh, no, I'm not going into this conversation that we've had a fight about in the past. Because you think monkey's paws somehow have a brain and can fuck up your wish with their brain
Monkey
firing.
Paw knows what money is, and Monkey Paw is old. I don't know how Monkey Paw knows all this if it doesn't have like a consciousness.
Um,
Unless
Monkey's
is the
paw
monkey's
doesn't.
paw an extension of some higher being that knows what's going on, and the monkey's paw is merely a vessel to communicate to this higher being?
You have no more chair? Oh no. Um, you you know what money is, and you use the tool that is the monkey's paw to get it.
Yes. So the monkey's paw. So hold on. Is the monkey's paw like feeding off the information from me?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. No, cause it. What if I don't say money? What if I just go, I want to be rich? So in my mind, it's
What
like I
does
want
rich
money,
mean to you?
or does like well, rich to me means I have an abundant wealth of any item, basically, because you can be rich in more than money.
Yes, but like when you
You
were
could be
to
rich with friends.
sit down,
If I asked to be rich, I'm assuming Genie would change my name legally to Richard.
probably, but the monkey's paw would take what you dream of as rich and somehow try to get you from where you are
But
to
how's the
being
monkey
in
paw
that
doing that
situation.
if it doesn't have like a will of its own?
Why would it have a
Like, is
will of
this
its
all
own?
instinct?
It's not even instinct. It doesn't have a brain in the first place. It
So
is a
it's
tool that you. It's like a
so
spellcasting focus.
So you
Like
know
if
you
you could
could
think of
I'm
it as like
waiting
a
for
magic
you to just
wand.
go, it's magic, and then I'll drop the stop. Now drop it.
I mean, it is magic, duh. You're
Okay.
asking me how the magic works. It's a tool, kind of
hmm
like a magic
All I
wand,
know is I
duh.
asked the monkey's paw to be make me purple, and now I'm here, so
Okay, so that's why you're Urple.
yeah. I used to be gray,
Urple.
and now I'm purple. I've been curious about this ever since I saw the scene. Why the plastic cups?
Fine. There's a story there. Dave and I got hired around the same time, under similar circumstances.
You see, we both made a monkey's paw wish.
Oh, Gage decided to weigh in.
Example of monkey's paw wish for riches. You get into an accident and win untold riches from the liability suit, but are paralyzed. I see. Hmm. I wish for
And
infinite riches. They give you infinite Richards. Oh no! There's just too many Richards.
yeah, also, Gage can't hear you. He just hears my side of things.
Oh, I gauge.
Headhunted, well, uh, I guess, um, headhunted while headhunted while finishing our higher education. During recruitment, the company claimed to want us badly, but in practice, our actual authority was.
Inexperienced and overpaid. You must have been extremely unpopular.
You don't mince words.
No, I meant Scarlet. Chop, chop, chop.
We didn't either back then. We were loudly trying to convince our superiors that their entire sales model for androids is antiquated and self-defeating.
The two of them made the 1 point doctrine. That's not the story I've heard in Noble commercials and Noble sponsored media. And come to think of it, it's not a story I've ever heard from David himself.
We had this deadline, self-imposed, but still a deadline. We wanted to get our pitch to the president of international sales by the end of the day.
So we invented time travel so we could stop time and have more time. And then we destroyed the
Yeah,
device immediately after. Oh, is this you?
7 p.m. rolls around and people start filtering out. David still has his head buried in diagrams and sales figures. Imagine a technical man like him, a programmer trying to make a sales pitch. The clock hits 9, and even the zombies start heading home.
All these evil residents leaving the building.
I turn to David, tell him it's not gonna happen. We're nowhere near finished, and the day's long since been over. He looked at me like I'm the only other person on sinking boat, and I've stopped pitching water, and he says,
Grab the monkey's paw. I've got an idea.
the president lives on the other side of the globe. We've still got all night until his end of day.
That's so funny, actually.
We were wrapped up at 4 in the morning, just us and the cleaning staff. Back then, only half of them were ads. He finally sends the message, and I'm ready to collapse. I've got nothing. He stared blankly at his inbox for the next 40 minutes, hoping that the harsh light would give us the energy to work through the next day. And we get a response.
You're fired.
It wasn't long, but it showed he was interested. I had been turned down so many times before, ignored and placated, passed up and ghosted, and but together, David and we had finally gotten a win. So David asks if I've got anything to drink. I've got a bottle of swill in the cabinet at my desk, but he doesn't want to drink from the bottle. Says he wants to toast. So
Lesbians.
at 5:19 in the morning, toasting awful vodka to one another in cups we grabbed from the break room.
Lesbians.
Toasting our first victory against the corporate beast. Between the lack of sleep and the drinking, the next day at work was hell.
Sounds like a good memory.
Plastic cups and liquor. That was our little ritual.
Look to my red words. Touch them now.
So I didn't think twice when he presented me my cup. It was ceremony for us.
As VP of Android Futures, you're David's superior, aren't you?
That's correct.
Didn't you join the company at around the same time?
David was always more interested in his work than he was in climbing the ladder.
Is there a delay for the Discord stream?
I might be trying to read the stuff from the artist. My bad.
It's okay.
He didn't like playing the corporate politics game.
So, was he unpopular around here?
Not unpopular, no. Not the great Dr. David Asher.
Oh, did you read Misunderstood, perhaps? Or did I just skip that?
I think you skipped that.
Okay, well, quick,
Misunderstood, perhaps.
how so?
He could be blunt, demanding, some might say. He wasn't trying to be. It's just not everyone could work at the same pace as he did. Not for as long as he did.
Even with the whole company huffing those inhalers, they couldn't keep pace with David. Speaking of which, I don't see any at Jung's desk. Maybe it's just not something you leave out in the open at her level. So, you would say that his work-life balance was...
Balance implies the two sides are at odds with one another. We used work-life harmony here at the company.
Fascinating! So was he in harmony?
Goodbye. No, David always had plenty of suitors, but he was never willing to put the time in. But I'm sure you know. I'm sure you're knowledgeable, more knowledgeable than I am on that subject.
Right.
What do you mean?
I had to help him draft a lot of apology notes over the years for misunderstandings and double bookings.
Scandalous.
The A16 only entered production this year, correct?
Correct. Pre-orders started last holiday, and we began shipping in the first quarter.
I understand that you are instrumental in the success of Warm Androids.
I played my part in supervising the launch, yes.
Weren't you the one who designed Cinetonin? The factor that enabled communication between synthetic and organic parts?
I'm surprised you've heard of that.
I thought I killed everybody who knew of that. Guess I'll have to kill you. Now, come on. Step in my mouth. Ah.
I did lead that project, yes, but that was years ago. At the time, Cinetonin was little more than a novelty, a dead end.
Would you like a burger, bro?
A little? Why? What are you doing?
You would like a burger, huh?
Yes?
From where?
I'm fine. And the closest and cheapest place is Jack in the Box.
I see. Opens DoorDash.
No, don't.
You have been tricked, bamboozled. I got you.
I really should just stop answering.
You really should.
But, like...
You want what you got last time?
That sounds good. Just, no pickles, if it has pickles.
No pickles? Got it.
If it does, I don't know. Anyways, it wasn't until David took the reins on the A16 that we found a use for it.
Oh, never mind. I can't order you. They took it off.
Yay.
Guess you'll have to look for something you want and send it to me, huh?
Yep. So if I don't do that,
You wouldn't do that to me. You would let me buy you food, wouldn't you?
all right, fine.
You don't have to. It's fine. Took the reins. Well, we're gonna pause here so I can order in my lover food.
Alright, let me go look at Jack in the Box's.
Wait, no, it's still here. Why is it saying it's not here? Okay, never mind. I can order you the same thing.
Okay, then that works.
Okay, let me look at it. Let me edit this real quick. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Why can't I edit it from the card? Why do I have to remove it and then try again? What? Okay, never mind. There we go. Let me find these pickles.
I said if. I don't know.
No
if there
pickles.
is, but... Okay.
I took the pickles off.
Yay.
What do you want to drink?
I'm a clear soda kind of person.
Okay, Sprite?
Want me to ban pickles? Sprite's fine, yes.
Okay, so no pickles. You want...
I don't remember exactly what you're getting. Is it like one of those things that also comes with like the tacos?
Yeah, lettuce. There is no lettuce on here.
Okay.
I took it off. I know
just
you.
Don't like iceberg. I just don't like iceberg lettuce.
Yeah, I know. That's why I took it off already. I'm trying... Why pickle chips keep not getting saved is beyond me. Okay, there you go. And then, okay, yeah. Okay. That should be it. Continue. Oh, that's not that bad, actually. That's actually not that bad at all. Jeez. Ooh.
That's almost reasonable.
Oh, right! I am using my DoorDash credits. I forgot. Here.
Oh.
Here, hon. No, it's fine. I ordered DoorDash earlier today. It was from a Chinese restaurant, and they missed half of my food.
Oh.
So, like, I got a refund on half of the... I got a refund on the food that was missing, which only was, like, $7 worth of food. Anyways, here, my love. Take food. I got paid today, so this is the only time I'm gonna be able to buy food.
I would like it if you bought yourself food.
I'll buy myself a small $2 cheeseburger later. Don't worry about it.
A small $2 cheeseburger.
It's fun. Is that not enough?
Yes, you need to, like, get more than just a tiny cheeseburger.
I'll serve them. Okay, it's fine. Anyways, I'll keep you updated. It is on its way now.
Okay.
It's confirming, I guess. There's a loading screen. There we go. Now it's on its way. I will keep you updated, Rube. Now back to the game. Sorry about that.
He was lead programmer on limb coordination, facial expression, exhaustion parameters.
I guess I should also look for what I can afford now. It's fine. The only bill I had to pay was car insurance. I kept a little bit of money. I'm gonna be fine. Did you already read this?
And he designed the synthetic nerves that made all of that possible.
David did all that. That's a lot more than just programming. Was he also always so gifted in that many fields? Did he fill those roles in the A14 or A15?
No, he used to stick steadfast to his role as software architect. That was his field of expertise, and he didn't wander far.
Sorry, I heard sirens and I thought it was like actual sirens, but it's from the TV. Bamboozled. Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yeah, bamboozled.
Ooh.
Sorry. I'm sorry,
It's
paying
all
yours.
cool.
But 2 or 3 years back, he started sitting in on other departments, taking notes.
Should I order 2 junior burgers or 1 big burger?
If you have 2 junior burgers, what you can do is if you feel pretty full with one, you can stick the other in the fridge. If you have a big burger, well, you feel full halfway through the big burger, you'll be like, alright, I guess I either tough it out or...
I'm always hungry. That's my secret.
Okay.
I'm always hungry. Turns into the Hulk. It's like a never-ending hunger. It's actually not fun.
Oh no. Soon he was joining the discussion, proposing new ideas. And eventually, they came to follow his lead.
Just like that?
Just like that.
So he just applied himself and soon he was leading other departments?
That's the kind of genius Dr. David Asher was.
He was a freak! A freak! Ow, my hair keeps poking my arms and it's not fun. Maybe they weren't paying him enough.
The company profited the most, of course, but the entire industry benefited from his vision and leadership.
Fascinating.
His loss will be felt for years.
Sarah. So this android, Sarah. She's annoying. Can you take her? Even Dawes couldn't find any real details on where it came from.
It's not in any of our systems.
That's what I just said. I'm afraid not. Did David ever talk to you or anyone else at the company about a pet project?
Pet?
Yes, Sid. Roll over. Oh.
He never gave me any indication like that. And if he didn't talk to me about it, I seriously doubt he confided in anyone else at the company. David didn't trust anyone higher on the chain than himself, and anyone below him. Frankly, they couldn't possibly hope to give him advice. He never mentioned me.
No, he constantly said he needed to go get milk, but we never figured out why.
No, never.
Androids don't come cheap. You never heard about him requisitioning parts or resources? There were never any discrepancies with his company credit card?
The company's accountants are mirthless, even by industry standards. They wouldn't humor anybody. Not even David Asher. If they had ever detected financial discrepancies, there would have been an uproar loud enough for you to hear it in the mailroom. You have a mailroom? Not since the 30s, just a figure of speech. He couldn't have taken resources from the company without leaving a record. But no one would deny Dr. David Asher information. He would have been able to obtain all the necessary data to build his own android. Then, with enough time and money, he could privately purchase the raw materials himself.
I don't understand. It must have taken him years to build Sarah. He wasn't doing anything illegal. Except the hacking stuff. So, why keep it a secret?
I don't know.
Sarah X Morgan fix must exist, right? Hmm.
I
Probably.
I'm not really okay with Sarah X Morgan.
The thing is that it probably exists. I'm not gonna deny the fact it exists. You know, the rules of the internet and such. This dynamic here is very much assistant and boss, but with a little more master and servant in there. Also, like a surrogate child or like parent in there too.
I don't think Morgan is ever very motherly towards Sarah.
I know, but it's you know, the vibe, you know, like Sarah lost her father and now she has a mother. Not adopted. Y'all should write. Yeah, forget about the Sarah X Morgan fic. Where's the Reina X Morgan fic? Come on, chop chop, people.
So it's more like Reina one-way arrow Morgan, because Morgan doesn't understand that feeling.
Morgan doesn't know what sex is. Morgan is innocent bee.
Oh, she probably knows what that is.
Morgan has done
doesn't
the
know what
sex
love is.
multiple times.
Who knows?
Morgan had sex with Rue and said that was enough. I've already I've already done the best of it. You can't get better than this. Lucky Roo. Also, Lucky Morgan, actually. Rue has no comment.
I have no comment. But he was private. A perfectionist. Perhaps he simply wasn't proud of his results.
Oh boy.
Poor
Oh
Sarah.
no. Oh no. Could be. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to me. I'm sure this has been a difficult day for you.
A difficult day for all of us.
Especially the depressed child you're toting around. A message from Fran. I'm running out of Lisa Chase. The brat better have good news.
Are you really going to take this to court?
That's my plan. If I want to win the big basketball tournament, I have to take this to court. Apparently, I have to go against a dog that knows basketball? I don't know what that's about, but I hope we win. Hey, Morgan, you're gonna lose. The dog's got some skills.
I don't know.
Circuits.
Sarah could probably 1v1 it.
Sarah could what? Who would win in a fight? Sarah or Airbud? You tell me.
Sarah. She could
Sarah.
probably jump to the moon.
Well, if she jumps to the moon, she's not coming back.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying she's real powerful.
Listen, somebody write Sarah versus Airbud. a new sports fic on AO3. The dumbest shit you've ever seen. Also, because it's AO3, Airbud is an anthropomorphic golden retriever and not just a regular ass dog. So there's that.
I mean, if we're going to make fics about things, why not just do like the Of the Devil cast Space Jammed against the Monstars?
Yes, yes, yes. That'd be so
And they all
funny.
like, wow, we're not any kind of monster compared to you, lady.
Give us
The-
give us like give us the like give us the Ace Attorney of the Devil crossover like they did Blatant, except this one like there's no actual like hijinks or whatever. So Phoenix and Myra are like, what do you mean? Oh, this is oh no, like people still die, but they're like, what do you mean the killer didn't do like an act like some shenanigans? What do you mean they actually tried to hide the body and the evidence? Morgan's like, yeah. Are you lawyer? Are you actually, are you sure you're a lawyer? Guys, that's,
I
that's,
got an update from the artist to share.
The circumstances may be irregular, but I'm still defending a client from a criminal charge. It's my responsibility to argue that he's not guilty, that he's been accused of. I mean, I'm only defending a dead man. It's not like I'm defending an orca or something. That would be weird and silly. Cough, cough.
And
Oh, you got eaten. Can you read the line again?
and is that what you believe?
Okay, that's you're very robot. I feel like Maya, Faye, and Ashley would be friends. Maya and Faye and Ashley would trip over each other and apologize profusely before stumbling across
And is
another
that
dead
what
body in
you
the
would?
bush. What?
I tried. And
Welcome
is
back.
that what you believe?
Okay, thank you. You were a
Hello?
robot for a second there. Hello, hi, love.
I am sorry. I am having the internet issues.
Oh no, Rue was here. What the fuck? Why is it showing me like who was previously in this call? Like actually, what? Why would anybody care about who was here? Anyways, since Rue has been disconnected, I will attempt to continue reading. Attempt, by the way. Attempt. That he didn't commit suicide. I guess I hadn't decided what I believe. 4:21 p.m., July 1st, 2086. In transit.
Hello.
Okay, that's it. Hey, welcome back!
I am back.
Would you kindly slow the hell down?
I am sorry. No, sorry. I am sorry, Adonai. Was I walking too quickly for you?
That wasn't walking. That was speed walking. Up 2 flights of stairs. It's very difficult.
Speed walking. Sounds like a powerful technique. Is it like Zenjayo?
Just let me catch my breath for a minute.
Adonai?
Adonai, you fucking suck.
Is it possible that you are
Oh,
out of shape?
no.
But since we left the cab, your heart rate has...
I'm not wearing the right clothes. Or the right shoes.
Is that so?
Yes. Also, I didn't stretch or hydrate, and the sun's reaching its zenith.
That would have been several hours ago. Do you mean the air temp?
You said it would be a short walk from street level, so I prepared myself mentally for a short walk. Then you took off like a rocket, and you didn't mention we have to go upstairs. Are you sure this place is even back here?
The reviews online were quite clear. It's worth the trouble finding it.
Maybe if you're a mountain climber. When I sent Fran hunting for a musician in David's circles, I expected them to bring me someone from the city orchestra or a jazz club. The champagne, flute, and teacup kind of musician. This is tequila and neon part of town.
It should be in view if we turn...
Ooh,
Adonai, be
I'm
careful.
sorry. Adonai, be careful. When you lock eyes with a trainer, you have to do battle. Of what? Of the devil.
Oh, I'm sorry, is it doing the thing again?
No. You're good so far.
Oh no. It could be carrying diseases. You should...
Relax.
Adonai, growling.
It's not growling at me. See?
So it just... me that it... It's just me that it doesn't like.
It's too much static.
How'd you get it to calm down?
It's an animal, not a monster. It wants to be calm.
Do you like animals?
What kind of cold-blooded freak doesn't like animals?
Adonai,
Huh? Did you read the line?
have a pet?
Oh, there you go.
Do you have a Do you have a pet?
Yes, you. Pat. No, never have.
Why not?
Because I don't want to take care of a pet.
That seems counterintuitive to me.
Oh boy. Well, it makes perfect sense to me, and I don't need it to make sense to you. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Also, I forgot about the food, by the way. Hold on. It's heading to you. Rue? Rue? Oh no. Poke, poke.
Hello?
Hello?
Am I dying again?
Yeah. I... Hmm. You okay to keep going? Oh. Rue is gone. Okay. I guess I will not march on because this is a Sarah line, and Rue has said she will dice me up if I read a Sarah line.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm here. Hi.
Hi.
Alright. I did the line, but. But. mm,
You ready?
Yeah. Boy.
Okay. But! You noticed you're only this tough. It's just the two of us. Just an observation.
I
You
love
shy
that
or
pouting
something?
face.
Huh? I love the body face. You shy or something? Did they ever program you to have android anxiety? Oh no. Oh no. Rue. But I'll DM her. Well, Rue, do you wanna give up? Well, Rue, I just in case you can't hear, since you're not okay. So, Rue, unfortunately, will not. I made the reference for the thing I want to draw. Okay, send it to me. Rue, I love you. You tried your darndest. Your food is ready. Go eat. I will continue. It's generally only appropriate to respond to comments that are addressed to oneself. Today, I have rarely been addressing directly by other than you. In other words, you're shy. That is not what I... Can I try petting it? There's no law against it. Hero Forge mini design? That's fine. I'll do my best. Ultraviolets. This is the establishment. Now to see if Isaac Porter is as habitual as friend claims. Do you think father was close with this man? This man who you've never met? Yes. What's wrong, Rue? I'm trying! I'm trying so hard to be Sarah for you! I'm sorry, Rue. Rue, I'm sorry! I think he was close with him, yeah. At some point. I had some help making that deduction. Fran saw that their metadata showed a significant cooling of interaction between the two of them, particularly over the past month. But Fran also saw a phone call between the two last night. So they were close. Do you think that they were sleeping together? That is completely inappropriate for me or anyone to speculate about. Inappropriate? I don't know. It's only I'm getting a very important text message from my private investigator. Excuse me. Did you catch the killer yet? No. What the hell? I sent you his POS. I'm at his position. I haven't spoken to Porter yet. Anyways, there's no reason to suspect him right now. Lame. Surprised you're invested all of a sudden. Isn't David Asher a corporate sellout in your eyes? Everyone's a corporate sellout. But Asher gets respect. If I'm a demolitions expert, he's like a really good architect. That's almost sweet, I think. Asher started out working in the Cube. So in an architect analogy, by today's standard, he's like, I don't know. As a kid, he built all his bricks by hand. Or something. You know, that lit homework can help you with forming analogies. Eat this analogy. Did that come through or did my characters break? Yeah, it's supposed to be a guy giving you the finger. I take it Cube is a programming language. What's special about it? Pretty much anything coded in the last 20 years is web-based. You code with the assumption that you'll always be connected. So you can depend on having fat liberties of references to lean on. And if something does go wrong, your errors get reported to you automatically. But not Cube. You can look it up. But basically, Cube was originally for robotics and, like, machinery. Stuff that had to operate in mines, under the ocean, middle of nowhere fields with zero signal service. So, Cube had to be self-sufficient. How rugged. Where Asher learned Cube, anyway, it's older than dirt. From, like, the 40s. I don't know. I think his father had a machine shop or something. Vague. Yeah, well, David didn't like to talk about his family. And I never asked. What did you do? What did your private investigator have to say, Adonai? Not telling. Boom, boom, boom. Well, there's a guy standing right here, so I'm... That one over there. Matched the photo Fran sent. Should I approach now or look around some more? I guess I'll look around some more. The silhouette looks hot! The stage for talent, pretty close to the floor. God, this fits with the whole round table aspect of this place. Everyone's on more or less equal footing, dancing in the dark, once you get past the bouncer. Do you think they might have met here? David and Porter? I can't see David walking in here. But you found the walk so challenging. Because it's too loud to relax. And not dark enough to be anonymous. I see. What's that face? You got an opinion, Asher? The atmosphere is not bad in here, but the music isn't quiet. I'll find you a survey to fill out before we leave. What kind of music does an android even like? Early 21st century punk rock. Is that just you, or does that go for all androids? I haven't met all androids. I cannot speak for them. I wonder what they'd say. If they're smart, they'd say that music peaked with the early 21st century punk rock. Debate settled. Oh. Oh. There's something that's making noise over here. There we go. A bar stocked full of clear selections and midi bartenders. Hope this isn't the kind of club you can order food in. Only time bar food is any good is when you're drunk enough to forget the taste and the gap between chewing and swallowing. So, you can, like, eat things. Yes, I can. What, like, android food? There is no such product. So what do androids eat? Online user guides for Noble Swarm models clarify that they don't eat anything in the traditional sense. They get their energy from electrical charging, usually wireless. Whenever they need to eat, it's to replenish specific vitamins and electrolytes. Sounds a lot like a mod users go through. With their sports drinks and energy bars. In charge of separation anxiety. According to the net, warm androids can ingest nutrient-rich processed carbohydrate pellets if they need to forego electrical charging long-term. Processed pellets? You mean like kibble? Like dog food? No, it is not like dog food at all. Can you buy it from a pet store? It seems that you can. How is this something you have to look up anyway? Because I've always just eaten whatever father gives me. Like what? Marbled beef. Never hydroponic avocados. Foie gras. That sort of thing. I am not paying for any of that. There's a lot of stuff here. I don't care about the terms, like cube. Cube was a Tier 5 programming language commonly used in the mid-21st century robotics, intended to support robust behavior trees in low data stream environments. Its design philosophy emphasizes lean, goal-oriented learning that would not be reliant on the bloat libraries and always online API popularized in the 2030s. Rozwa Fluff, real name unknown, first began working on the cube in the 2040... Oh, there's a lot. In 2044, as part of the Student Robotics Project, Cube 0.9 released in 2045, and by 2048, Cube 3.1 had already found itself embedded in robotics engineering across the globe. Despite having what is considered a relatively high barrier to entry in user knowledge and execution, Cube gained widespread popularity, particularly among disaffected communities in third world countries where internet access would remain unreliable for the next 2 decades as the regional conflict would continue. Infamously, Contra fighter engineers utilized Cube during the 27-day siege. To seize mechanized weapons from peacekeeping forces in cyber warframe operation that is frequently cited as the key reason as to why the siege lasted as long as it did. Cube has not been developer supported since 2063 and is considered a defunct programming language. Because much of its documentation was never ported from the old net and due to its incompatibility with tenets, there is little to no corporate interest in the ongoing grassroots digital archaeology effort to archive it. Never Hydroponic is a movement calling for sourcing food exclusively from farms utilizing natural sunlight. Lobbyists for the movement have made substantial claims about superior taste of nutritional value, but the label has yet to receive official state recognition, and thus the presence of the term or terms like it on food packaging carries no weight and is not backed by any legal guarantee. One of the number of food sources movements that arose in the later half of the 21st century as rising sea levels reduced the total amount of arable land around the world and shifted the global agriculture industrial towards hydroponics and vertical farms, rural skyscrapers, where each floor is utilized for food production, saving on real estate and costs and reducing the impact of unstable weather on agricultural output. Interesting. Huh. Give them a little wiggle. Alright. Oh, I think that's it. Yeah, I'm not getting any wiggles. What kind of reading material gets left out in the club? Tabloid interview? Exclusive Sit Down with Luxury! You heard her name on everyone's lips. You've seen her face in magazines and commercials and then double-checked to make sure the photos weren't labeled as edited. Now get all your burning questions about her answered here in the exclusive interview with a mysterious young woman who's been called, in perhaps the only truly unanimous vote that Net's ever seen, the most beautiful woman in the world. Why the name? People think it's an ego thing, but it was just a random username I picked back when I was grassroots. Then it was a pseudonym to give me a little shade from all the attention. Now it's a brand, and I can't change it without setting the stock market into a spin, so... You're currently influential. After partnering with you, Inti saw a 3,000% increase in share prices. Yay, I'm happy for them. Of course. But to be honest, it's a pain at times like this. She gestures towards her clothes, a plain white t-shirt and a gym shorts with no branding visible on anyone else. It might seem sloppy or even unflattering on her. It only makes her natural beauty stand out so much more. Who are you wearing, by the way? Can't wear anyone unless I'm attending something. If I don't dress like this, all my sponsors fall into bidding wars every time I leave the house. Does it stress you all that attention? Stress is bad for your skin, right? They say mine's flawless. Can't argue with that. So, do you have a skincare routine? Any tips you'd like to share? Be a little bratty. Act a little spoiled. Keeps you young. And how old are you exactly? Everyone's dying to know. 18 to 29. Now and forever. Don't get stuck on a cliffhanger like that. Hurry! Log in below so you can read the rest. Quickly! Time is running out! Well, however old she is or isn't, Luxury's got one hell of a mind for business. It might do her more good than that to face in the end. Maybe it's one hell of a face. In the meantime, she's... powerful. I would say she's powerless. She can't really do much, right? A trap between a rock and a hard place where she steps out of line. Sponsors will bleed each other dry in a bidding wars for wardrobe's limited real estate. It's no skin off her back. She's already got more money than she could ever spend. Corporations can't afford to not keep growing, so they never reach a point where they can afford to lose. She's smart enough to take advantage of that. Good for her. Fuck. Oh yeah, that's him alright. Looks like he's killing time before his set tonight. Oh boy. Are you sure how to proceed, Adonai? I'm sure that you need to hang back. As for me, I'll... play it straight. Isaac Porter. How do I do this? Okay, hold on. God. What's up? My name's Morgan. I was David's friend. By now I'm his lawyer. Can we talk? Depends. Were you a friend from work? No. Over here. Thanks, Isaac. Don't thank me yet. I might just sit here, shut my mouth, and stick you with my tab. So what kind of lawyer are you? What kind of friend? I'm his defense attorney. Think you missed the bus on that then, yeah? And I'm a friend that needs to know what happened yesterday. Doesn't everyone? Try somewhere else, friendly lawyer. I haven't seen him in weeks. You might not have seen him, but we both know that you spoke with him over the phone yesterday. Only a short time before he died. How the hell? Isaac, it's pretty obvious that you don't want this particular spotlight to linger on you any longer than necessary, so why don't we cut to the chase? No lies, no playing coy. Fine. Sarah? Yes, Adonai? The hell? Is that thing transmitting? I am not streaming any data, no. Porter doesn't seem to recognize Sarah either. One more person David was keeping secrets from. I need to record everything for the court. Fine. You two were together, is that correct? We were together. I ended it yesterday. They were fucking! You fucking twink, I know you! To be honest, this character is a very much... You know what? Somebody bring ice water in here. He needs to see this guy. Yesterday. Care to elaborate? Most unbelievable thing is David could pull up. Yeah, I know, right? David, come on! Tell me your secrets! On our entire relationship? Look, you can tell me everything once, and I can get it on the record. Or you can hear the same question over and over again, from 1,000 different cops and Megs for the next 3 months. We met in a bar. I had seen him come in a few times, each time with someone else. Each time talking about his mouth, but not talking with his mouth, but not looking with his eyes. It ticked me off. Scribbling on napkins and letting a single gin and tonic sweat into the table for 2 hours. His date would all go to the bathroom or take a call and slip out the back. One of them didn't even make it 10 minutes. And he'd still sit there for the rest of the night unfazed. Couldn't tell if he was oblivious or stupid or shameless, or the most confident man in the world. And he ticked me off. One night, things were slow and my set had been cancelled and his date hadn't even bothered to think of an excuse before bailing, so I asked him why he insisted on coming there night after night. Just to ignore vapid people he wasn't interested in and a shitty bar with drinks he didn't like. And he just said, because I like your music. Man, did that tick me off. It was cute early on, him being so passionate about work I could barely pretend to understand. And I liked that he gave each other space, you know? Felt like we were being mature or whatever. Until... There was no until. No one day where everything turned sour. But at some point, I started to understand where his priorities were. And how I ranked in them. Like I said, he was passionate about his work. I strongly assumed that he would also be that passionate about me. At some point. So, I pulled away a little. Wanted to see if he'd notice. If he'd miss me. Testing him. Like that isn't the biggest red flag in the world. He never budged. I could ignore him for days and he wouldn't be the least bit ashamed to see me. If I picked a fight, he'd never get angry or upset. Just apologized. He didn't want to fight with me. Guess he was never invested enough to bother. It was my mistake. I watched him sit there all those nights not giving a shit when people walked away, and still I had a stupid idea that somehow, for whatever reason, it would be different. That I would be special. But I wasn't. So I ended it. Last night, I called him. Didn't expect he'd pick up. I had everything prepared to leave a message with an assistant or ADD or whatever. But he answered. First ring. Without hesitation, shame, or awkwardness. And that ticked me off. So I told him exactly how valued he had made me feel the past few months. I told him exactly how insignificant I felt as the boyfriend of the illustrious Dr. David Asher. And what did he say? He apologized. And then he asked me if this was all I called to tell him. Oof. I hung up after that. Spent the rest of the night wrapped in warm disdain for him and his coldness. He had made that easy for me. I went to sleep hurt but clean, ready for something new. And then this morning I wake up to see that my ex killed himself not 2 hours after he let me walk out of his life without so much as a don't. What the hell, man? What the hell, David? And now, you're just the tip of an iceberg of lawyers and reporters and buzzards. Parasites who want to hear about the man who sent David Asher over the edge. I never wanted to be his last lifeline or the straw that broke his back. I just... Fuck you, ADD! Leave me alone! I was reading too fast, okay? Shut up! I just wanted to be his goddamn boyfriend. Turns out... Fine, hold on. I was fully expecting to leave it with an assistant or an ad. A message with an assistant or an ad. There, are you happy now? Turns out that was asking for too much. It's yet to be determined whether David committed suicide. You serious? You don't have all the facts. And you do. And you do. Any one of them point to anything else? Thought so. Thanks for your time. I'll let you get back to it. That's it? No summons? The court has no need for you to retell a sad story like that. The court, huh? Sorry to bother you at work. Sarah, let's go. Your discography is very impressive. Yeah, thanks. And your range is remarkable. So it pained me to see all your works in the last quarter have been so melancholy. I think. Well, what the hell would you know about any of that? What's the matter? Can't find the words. Need to steal them from somewhere first, butcher them before shitting them back out? I was not trained on any datasets that... Nah, pardon me. My mistake, really. Not your fault you're only standing here because of rich prick nerds were allowed to rob the world blind for most of the century. Sarah, we're leaving. What the hell was that about? He was under the false impression that I was programmed using a massive automated learning model in early 21st century. Not that. Why'd you talk to him? I wanted to. I just felt that I should say something to him. A word of advice. People don't want comfort from strangers, especially when they're androids. They want it from people they want it from. Coming from anywhere else is just... corn syrup on a parched tongue. Doesn't matter how sweet it is, they'll just start gagging. You know a lot about people, don't you, Adonai? Compared to you, I'm a goddamn savant. Come on, there's not much time left. Is there still somewhere you want to investigate? Somewhere I need to return to, actually. Porter was right. As things stand, I don't have any evidence that would establish an alternative interpretation of the facts. But if there did exist hard evidence that would prove his death wasn't a suicide, there was only one place I could find it at this point. Man, y'all missed my masculine voice! Aw, boo! Oh well. Got mad at the internet, so now I've hit go rest! Eat your food and rest! No, you didn't, Jack. You didn't hear anything, Jack. You're crazy. I did eat it. Yay! I had Bluetooth headphones. Fuck. You're not supposed to be able to... No! No, I'm embarrassed. Penthouse. Basement. The basement. You sure you don't want another look at the crime scene? I'm all out of time. Gotta approach this from the other angle. The other angle? I did like the mask voice. Not Sarah's. I'm okay with being told I'm wrong. I can't listen! Rue has a better Sarah voice. Okay, Rue, come back, please. I'm being made fun of. Rue, come back. Rue, please replace me. I can't do Sarah. Only you can do Sarah. You know, inductive versus deductive? Flip the chessboard and all that. Haven't you ever read a mystery novel? Rue, don't go to sleep now! I've seen mystery films. Well, let's see if you paid any attention then. What killed David Asher? Poison. 10 points. There's a point system? Only because she wouldn't sound like a robot to me, at least. Okay, you're right. Now, how did the poison get into his bloodstream? He must have ingested it orally. And how do we know that? The medical examiner found no injection marks or wounds. And if he had inhaled it? Inhaled it? What? Leave the whys to someone who actually understands them. I won't be able to understand anything if I don't practice. Practice by answering my question. I suppose it's possible, but highly unlikely. We would have found a delivery system for it in the building, like an inhaler. Right, an airborne poison is either shoved in your face or sprayed over a wide area. And no one around David has shown any kind of symptoms. So what we've left is oral intake. Eliminating the impossible. What's next, Adonai? Zheng's corroborated statement was that David didn't exhibit any irregular symptoms or behavior until he started drinking that night. I tried to make her sound autistic, cause, gestures. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Rue's interpretation of Sarah's. Yeah, no, I trust. And the police didn't find anything unusual in the food or the drink in his home. Except for his cup. The results were inconclusive. I'm an autistic person. I see Sarah as one of my own. Jung was drinking from the same bottle and the same type of cup, but didn't get sick. We have to conclude, then, that David's cup alone was poisoned. That all seems logical. And consistent with the police's theory of suicide. So why are we down here? Minus 10 points. Back to 0. David left the parlor and came back with whiskey and 2 cups. Jung told us as much, and apparently the cameras upstairs supported her story. So we have to conclude, then, that he got them both from his bar. Better. 5 points. Did he also get the poison from the cabinet? The police have been in there since we left. According to their ARC files, they didn't find anything that matches the poison down here. So the poison somehow went straight into his drinking cup, then. I need to flip this around. You see, it was on the ceiling fan, and when they turned the ceiling fan, it dropped into his drink when both of them weren't looking, and then he drank the drink, and he fucking died. I'm so smart. This is Ace Attorney logic, which means it's not right here. But if you turn something 360 degrees, you're just back to... If I were the prosecution, what would I want more than anything? Proof that David knowingly added the poison himself? He wouldn't do that. And you can make that claim because there's no video evidence to contradict you. How long was David off camera? From 7:36 p.m. to 7:40, when he left the parlor to get liquor from his bar. So, if we had David on camera for those 4 minutes, he didn't poison himself in that time. He would have a perfect alibi for the crime. There you go. Proving his innocence. But Adonai, we don't have footage of that. There are no security cameras down here. I think there are. What do you mean? This whole building is coated head to toe in Penumbra's security system. Courtesy of Noble. Every console, every corner, every android on every floor. It's all plugged into Penumbra. Except that. That panel is. Manufactured by Cotter Security Systems. Why would David put a console for a different security system in exactly one corner of his penthouse? I've never given it much thought. Well, it's been bothering me all day. But my curiosity alone can't scale a 64-digit wall. You mean signal hijacking, or whatever you want to call it. Have you tried it before? It is illegal and unnecessary. Father would not... He would not have installed hidden cameras in his own home. At the end of the day, I can't make you do anything. Well, actually, I probably can now that you're registered to me. But aren't you the one who wanted to prove his innocence? Eliminate the impossible. I will need your express verbal command. Not like David can press charges against us at this point. Do it! Did you really need me to say that? For the purposes of record keeping, yes. I've gotten past the 64-digit code, and I have found cameras. There are a number of them embedded in the room's walls and ceilings. As you theorize, they are on a separate network from the rest of the building. Where are they feeding to, if not the penumbra system? Behind my hibernation unit. A false wall on the back of a save. I don't understand. Why would Father possibly have a hidden system of cameras inside his own home? Beats me! He was brilliant and more than a little odd. Throw in a little money and odd becomes eccentric. I see. I think. I don't. The hell was he thinking? What was he afraid of? Why didn't he come to me for... Time's short. Gather facts now and leave the computation for later. I can investigate everything else again. The liquor cabinet this mystery hinges on. The police have been through it all by now, and they didn't find foreign contents in any of the spirits. No poison to be found here. No poison here! Well, not that kind of poison anyway. Hold on. Sarah, drink all the alcohol! No, I don't wanna. You make me. I'm allergic. Can I make you anything? Well, if you're offering, I'll have... Sorry, you're way underage, aren't you? 2 years old or whatever. Technically. Took that one a lot worse than I expected. Cheer up, maybe you'll find a mocktail if you climb to the top of the ladder. This is a rolling ladder. A kind of step ladder. Not a... This fucking game! The fucking Ace Attorney ladder bullshit, are you kidding me? It's in here now? No! No! I thought I had escaped it! I thought I had escaped it! God damn it! We can never escape! No! Oh. I will say, I eventually do plan to play all the Ace Attorney games. There is one game, I think it's Spirit of Justice, that I am wary of. Even though it's a really good game, there is... Is it Spirit of Justice or is it Dual Destinies? It's here specifically because of Ace Attorney. Of course it is! Yeah, it's Spirit of Justice. Okay. Spirit of Justice is the last one that I'm very wary about. Anyways. Well, I've played all of them. It's just that when I played them, I was like, oh, these are good games. And now if I'm gonna play them again, I'm gonna be like, oh, no! It's just the fear. It's the fear of nostalgia not being exactly what you think it is. If I had a nickel for every green and orange themed autistic coded Android girl I've seen, then I would have 2, which isn't a lot, but it's neat that it happened twice. What? Remember, a ladder extends, but a stepladder folds out. And? It's important to note the distinction. I bet my life saving that the subject will never come up again. Ever. I hope it never comes up again. You know what? I hope that in, like, chapter 5 or episode 5 of this game, it's like, it's, in order to find the second stepladder dialogue, you have to click on, like, a ladder, you have to click on, not a ladder, but you have to click on something multiple times, and then they go, oh, there's a stepladder hidden behind here, and Sarah just comes up, slides next to you, and goes, it's actually a ladder, not a stepladder. Pay up, Adonai. Morgan's like, oh god, no. Oh no. I fucked up the distinction again, damn it. So, is that the original? It was appraised and confirmed to be genuine. At least he didn't get a ripped off. I'm a Philistine when it comes to this kind of stuff. What does an android say? I see. A meeting. Or perhaps an encounter. Two apex forces of nature, two kings of the forest. A stag and a tiger. I think. Great, I'm officially less cultured than the robot. What did David even do with all this equipment? Dry his laundry? What makes you so sure he wasn't exercising? Did you ever see him use any of this crap? No, but he must have used the weights when I wasn't looking, since he promised me that he'd take better care of his health. Sarah, these weights are all maxed out. David couldn't have put up numbers like this even if he was piloting a frame. Don't be so sure, Adenine. Pardon? The following is the true story based on primary sources who are present for the event and its aftermath. Copenhagen, 1981, 8:10 a.m. local time. A towering man with the musculature of a world-class professional rugby player enters the Global Bank in Fredericksburg Lane. He explains to the bank teller that he has a bomb in his suitcase and that he wants his gym bag filled with unmarked bills. A security guard approaches him from behind with a nightstick and swings, but the man simply catches the weapon and bends it with a twisted knot with his massive dinner plate-sized hands. When asked to describe the suspect to the police afterwards, the teller had only one thing to say. That man was all muscle. The rest of the bank heist proceeds without incident, and the man exits the building just as police arrive at the scene. Suddenly, the suitcase explodes. But it's just a smokescreen. Local officers quickly recognize the ploy and rush towards the door, grabbing each of the hostages as they flee while desperately searching for the perpetrator. What they find instead is a diminutive, frail, sheepish young man, barely 160 centimeters tall, holding a gym bag full of money with no recollection of how they got there. Renowned psychologist and trained hypnotist Dr. Worm wrote the following of the diagnosis. Huh. Acute dissociative identity disorder. That's right. The man had a split personality. And so great was the disparity between his two halves that when they switched control, he physically changed, becoming taller, bulkier, and capable of previously unthinkable feats of strength. So be careful when you say a man like Father can't do it just because of how he looks on the outside. Is that true? Did that happen? Hold on. Is there a backlog? When was this? Oh, Copenhagen. I'm not seeing anything. Wait, save yourself the trouble. Just read Morgan's response. Stop it. How would you write my slow C design? Just wait. No, just wait for Morgan. Okay, hold on. Sarah, every single word you just said was false. Huh? Don't believe everything you read on the net. Damn it! I got bamboozled! God, I love Jacqueline. No, wait for Morgan. Wait, save yourself the trouble. Just read Morgan's stuff. Sorry, how would you? My SLOC design. It's. Hold on, let me go check it out again. Look, are you talking about the Hero Forge one you sent me? It looks good. I like it. It's gonna be a little tough to draw, but I'll figure it out. Okay. Well, that was very silly. Nope. What's the story with this anyway? Some kind of fault in the foundation? I don't know. I've never noticed that crack before. Might want to get those eyes checked. There's nothing wrong with my vision. This crack must have been created during my most recent hibernation. How? Did David drop a weight a bunch of times? Like, I figured that story was there's no way that story was true. But I was like, this is such a weird thing. Like, it's so silly. What? People don't go on the internet and just lie, huh? Alright, let's refocus here. So there's some kind of hidden door behind your bunk bed, huh? Essentially, though a bunk bed would imply a second or a third. How do we open it? One moment. I see. Got it open already? I cannot open this door. Why? It is Tethys Basics Sturiker. What? That anti-hack feature in the name is real? It's a closed system, Adonai. What am I supposed to do now? Strange. There was an if-then toggle enabled in the security parameters. I don't follow. When Father last adjusted the settings here, he made it so that the door would never open so long as I was hibernating. And he made it so that I was the only one who could wake her up. Meaning this is a door that only I can open. If too much, then no need to do it. Or if you you are moderating for me, Jack. Your payment is done. That's it. I'm gonna draw, like, listen, I can try to draw this. I will, like, it's gonna be a little simplified, but I will draw this to the best of my abilities because I want to pay you back for all the moderating for the channel you have done so far, and I'm assuming what you will do eventually. Like, what you are doing and what you will continue to do. Like, this is, like, this isn't all, this also isn't the end-all be-all of paying you back, because I can't, like, give you money. I kind of need money to to pay bills and stuff. So the only things I got to my name are, I can play a game you really want me to play. I'll go play Date Everything again. I'll restart it for you. And, or I can draw, which I'm not that good at drawing. Despite what people say, I'm not that good at drawing, I can assure you that. But I will do my best for you. It'll be 6-character password, some combination of numbers or letters. Did you and Father have any influential moments in your life that revolved around a 6-letter? There's a joke here. Nothing comes to mind. Is there a code word that he knew only I could learn? Wow. M-O-R-G. Was that your last name you just tried? It's 6 characters, isn't it? Yes, but it's not exactly secure, Adonai. Anyone who knew you or Father were close would have tried to guess it. Was there some word that only 2 of you knew? A nickname. Pretty much everyone just calls me Morgan. Not everyone. It's opening. What was the password, Adonai? You'd never guess. I love this game. It's awesome. Did I feel a bit out of character, David utilizing so much cloak and dagger tech? And I've definitely been struggling with the idea of him doing home improvement. Damn genius, you are a genius, Jack. But one step in here and it all makes sense. It's a panic room. Scary. A panic room is a place for rich people to hide in when people start bouncing bricks off their windows. They're typically not even in the blueprints. So when Noble built this penthouse for one of their executives, someone slipped this into the mix and it's remained in Noble's blind spot ever since. All David had to do was repurpose it. Make sure you're capturing all of this. I don't want to miss my one chance because of a discovery technicality. I understand, but you needn't specify. My memory is flawless, and I can play back visuals, sound, sensations, and I can even give detailed reports on air particular chokes and dies. You mean you can smell? Better than any human. And some canines. So does it smell Oh god, she's adorable. Do you have a list of songs that are good to request you singing? I forgot to disable that for a little bit. Hold on, let me go back. So okay, actually, huge thank you, Cleo, and you're getting taken away by ads. Never mind. Fuck me. I will, talk to y'all when y'all get back. EP. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. So, does it smell stale in here to you? I can't. My mouse. Oh, yeah. Stale? It doesn't to me. Almost like someone's been in here recently. Almost like someone visits here frequently. Alright, let's try booting up. Oh, sorry. Alright, let's try booting up the computer. You don't think the console is password protected? 2 physical doors, a 64-digit code, a half-ton robot, and a secret phrase? If David set a password on his PC after all that, I'm going back to the morgue to have a word with him. Good, it's already signed in. You're looking for the camera footage. I'd always settle for a note plainly stating that he feared for his life. What am I doing? Here, you search for video files. They'll probably be timestamped and formatted for short-range devices. I have the subfolder. The cameras stream live data constantly, but the files are clipped at fairly regular intervals. Once every week, it seems. The most recent video file here has footage going back 8 days. It was accessed yesterday at around 4 p.m. You were asleep then, so the only person who could get in here at that time was David himself. Alright, let's see it then. Of course, it's just that I'm having difficulty. Try double-clicking. I have been trying to open the files from the moment I discovered them, hadn't I? But they are encrypted. Damn it, David, you leave me enough clues to get this far, but you won't let me use your computer? What's the brain on the encryption program? If I rush a subpoena, they might have a backdoor, and I could bluff them into. These files were not encrypted with any commercially available tool. This appears to be Father's own work. Shit. David Asher handwrote the encryption on these files. There's no one alive who could... Hey, was Dawes just flattering you back there? Or is your processing power really that special? Adonai, Can you break this encryption, yes or no? With enough time. And how much time would that be? I would estimate at 6... Oh. Are you broken? That's a 4-hour window. No matter how sophisticated, encryption is still just a code that must be deciphered. And when deciphering any code, progress proceeds. Okay, hello everybody, welcome back. From ads. So what's going on with the music one, like the one that makes me sing, which only one person ever redeems, and that's you, Draconic Bones, aka Cleo. Hello, hi, I see you there. So I am going around asking people for songs. Songs that they think I would listen to, or songs that they want me to listen to. Simply because I cannot go through my entire playlist, like every playlist I ever have, to like pick a song to add to like the wheel I'm making. So instead, I'm asking friends or other people I know to give me a song or two, maybe 5 sometimes, and I'll add it to the wheel. Of course, um, there are some like I love musicals. I love music. I adore that. There's so many musicals I listen to. The thing is, I can't list every song from these musicals on the list. So I'll just plaster the musical title, and if it lands on that wheel thing, I'll go to like the playlist from of the musical, and I will just shuffle it and whatever it lands on, like that. It'll be like a 2-wheel type thing.
But if it lands on another song, what I'm planning to do is have a like a link in it already, that if I click it on the wheel, it'll just take me to a karaoke version. You'll Be Okay from Hell of a Boss is a good song that matches your stuff. Mayhaps. Mayhaps. There's one song. Musicals. Speaking of musicals, I want to add to the list. Book of Life. It's technically a jukebox. Is it a jukebox musical? It's got some original songs in there, but like there's still some songs that are licensed. I want to throw I Love You Too Much in there as well. It's a good one. I like that one. It's very nice. They toss the apology song in there as well. I got it. Jack is over here, fanboy. Book of Life mention. Book of Life is such a good movie. But yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. My girlfriend, one of my 3 partners, my girlfriend right here, did make an excellent point and argument of, hey, Reina, you should probably streamline this so you don't have to go searching yourself like every time someone redeems this. So yeah, no, the Blessing of Song Redeem has been disabled until I can get this wheel done. And once the wheel's done, I'll bring it back and it'll just be, oh, somebody redeemed it. Let's spin the wheel. The Great Gatsby musical. Okay, let me go to that playlist. Shuffle. Okay, only T. Let me pull up the karaoke version of the song. Done. We're singing. Can you sing both the English and Spanish versions? I would have to learn the Spanish versions first. I'm mainly an English speaker. I know I can understand Spanish. Speaking and singing is the hard part for me. I can read, I can kind of write, but I can understand it like verbally very well. So if I'm going to be speaking, if I'm going to be singing, let alone speaking Spanish, I'd have to learn it. But yeah, that's the plan. That's what's going on with the music one. I'm going to like once the wheel's done, I'll let y'all know. I'll be like, hey, the wheel's done. Now the wheel can like land on a musical most likely because there's so fucking many. Musicals that I listen to that won't be on the wheel because of reasons. The Beetlejuice musical, not on the wheel. I'm not risking creepy old guy being sung on stream. I'm not risking that. I could remove it from the playlist, but I'm just gonna skip over it entirely. Especially since most of Lydia's songs go really high, and that is hard for me to do. If you can figure out how Maya does her wheel thing, that might help you if Maya is okay with it. I can figure out the wheel thing. It's not like the thing is, it's not gonna be a wheel that pops up on stream. It's gonna be a wheel that I open a Chrome tab to spin. Because again, streaming on a Steam Deck is really hard, and again, I tried to get a wheel to work using was it like Streamlabs or Stream Elements? So one of them, I tried to get a wheel work. It just wouldn't. So it's gonna be just a separate wheel and a Chrome tab that I'll spin, and I'll figure it out from there. But yes, that is my plan for the singing thing because I'm nervous when it comes to singing like in front of people, but like when I have broken out of that little initial nervousness shell, then I love singing. I truly do. I'm not really good at it all that much, but like it's just a fun thing to do. So I don't, and I like it. It was one of my first redeems I added, so I don't want to abandon it as a redeem and like completely, especially since at least 2 of you are really want me to sing. But that's all on that. Let's continue the game. When deciphering any code, progress proceeds exponentially, which makes it particularly difficult to determine the amount of time required to complete the process. 2 to 6 hours. I don't have any better options. Get started. Oh, so your Steam Deck is probably going to be worth more now? Why? What's wrong with Steam? Oh no, what happened? I started 4 minutes and 23 seconds ago. Finally showing some initiative! But you've been talking to me this whole time. I have the ability to analyze data in parallel by utilizing subconsciousness processes so long as the work required is... yeah. So you're doing it in the back of your head. Actually, I'm speaking to you in the back of my head. I could give the decryption progress my full undivided attention, but I would become non-responsive. That's a pretty nifty feature. Like to keep that in mind. Alright, can you take the show on the road, or do we have to rip this computer out of the wall and find a battery? I have copied the encrypted files and we'll work on them as we travel. We can leave whenever you are ready. Still can't believe David let me get this far just to shut the door on my face at the last second. But he did let me get this far. The computer's not the only thing in here. Cabinets are a lot less eye-catching than this computer. Knowing David, that's all the more reason to check. Lots of paperwork, bonds and holdings, platinum bar, express certificate. Might be nearly as valuable. Can't imagine what people would pay to steal David Asher's identity. And down here at the bottom, binder. Noble's logo on the front, in the middle, enough pages to dwarf one of those phone books you see in the period pieces. They're masking in legalese even on the table of contents, but basically, this is his employment contract. Hold on to this for me. It must be very important if you're giving it to me. It's certainly very heavy. Was there anything else in there? Expecting an updated copy of his will to show up? It is a possibility, isn't it? Maybe in a corny old murder mystery. A widely beloved and respected genre with over 2 centuries of. There is something else. Your papers. That Evangeline Morgan be given immediate and complete ownership of the. That Evangeline Morgan be to Sarah. Dated to a few weeks back. Have he made up his mind then? At all this? If he had, why'd he hide it this way? No one else could find it. Is it just a backup plan? Morgan, you're already carrying 2 books. One more won't hurt. Well, at least we've got something a bit more concrete than Starling's word now. Her word should be plenty, shouldn't it? Not if people realize how precious you are. As a collector's item, we've yet to meet one person who knows what the hell you are. The noble could have easily argued that you'd fall under private technology or physical holdings. Unless I had something like this. It's a good thing that you do then. I'm glad that father wanted me to go to his friend of his. Yeah! This will get me a huge tax write-off when I donate you to a for-profit college. You could at least pick a charitable institution. It's just an old saying. All colleges have been for-profit since the 60s. That doesn't make me feel any better. You could cheer up in the car. Hail us a ride to the courthouse. Priority. There is an upcharge at this hour for priority transportation. That's irritating. But I'd like to have more than just a few minutes to prepare once we get there. The upcharge is a multiplier of 5.7. I'll prepare on the way over. Very good, Adonai. Jesus fucking Christ, that's a lot! Hey, Rue, if you're still starting, how much longer till I get to the actual court case? Because I kind of want to stop there and then pick up with you. Because we're headed to the court, but is the court case about to start right now? Does it excite you? Going into courtrooms. What do you mean? No? Okay. You don't feel the tension in the air as the audience murmurs amongst themselves? You don't feel a fiery sense of justice rising in your gut as the prosecution smirks at your ragtag assembly of witnesses? You can end here, I say. I can end here? I'll push it a little farther. Just a little. Do you really think there's gonna be like some kind of movie where the good guys save the day? Probably not. Though, that would be nice if it were. What's your deal anyway? Did David train you off of a movie marathon from hell or something? We did watch films together, if that is what you're asking. Though he was really one who suggested it. So you were the aggressor. What an android get out of watching a flick anyways. What do I get? Why do you do it? What's your reason? I'm not sure how to answer your question. Never mind. Forget what I was talking about. I like their performances. Sure, there you go. Got a crush on Humphrey Bogart or something? He's a handsome man. But it's not the actors I like so much as their performance. The truth is, besides father, I have very little experience when it comes to people. I hadn't noticed. I read the net, and I watch people, and what they share, and what they share of their lives. But if it's all so subtle, so hard to follow, there are so many unspoken rules that can't be taught, only learned, and I often struggle to grasp them. You're all so complex, so detailed. But the characters on screen are exaggerated, larger than life. The actors enunciate, body language is precise, meaningful. Also, Slimer, in the future I plan on air painting a custom front plate with it inspired by your background. Ah! Oh, speaking of my background, I plan to update it soon. Sorry. Oh no. It's gonna be the same goopy slime thing. It's just I'm gonna combine like I'm gonna make it look a little neater. It's still gonna be like slime dripping from the ceiling. It's gonna look can I have your background? You want my background right now? Like the one I'm using? You want like the file for it? Sure. Here, hold on, give me a second. What are you gonna do with the art preservations? Yeah, no, you're just gonna preserve it. Okay, that's fine. Here, let me scroll through my stuff. Heaven's my witness, and this is a fact. I belong when I sing a song. As a love above the love inside, the light is mine. And do you want the slime one or the one? I'll send you both. It's fine. Again, the like this one is outdated already because the whites of the eyes are white instead of like a dark purple. So here you go. Heaven knows your name. I've been praying. Here you go. There's the two files. Have fun with that. Enjoy. I love how you don't see most of the eyes. Very funny. I also don't like how the eyes, like, just look splatted on there. Like, it's very... eh. Oh well. The eyeballs look like stickers, to be honest. It just looks like stickers. The actors enunciate. Their body language is precise and meaningful. Their faces, they're bright, soft lit, and their eyes are... It's fiction, so these characters and their stories, they have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And the people on the screen don't ask anything of you except your attention. You can't disappoint them or make them feel awkward. You can just watch and learn. But what about you, Adonai? What about me? Do you like movies? Do you like scary movies? Yeah, sure. Back when I was a kid. Really? Who was your favorite director? What was your favorite film? I liked WALL-E. It was a long time ago. I don't remember. 6:05 p.m., July 1st, 2086. State Building. Floor 48. Things are quieter than expected here at the courthouse. Though I've always felt courthouse is a bit of a misnomer. Government building is probably the best way to describe these towers. All-encompassing and incredibly vague. Like, the entire explanation is exactly my views. 100 floors of officials and documents and papers pushing queues. With a couple dozen courtrooms squeezed along the way. Didn't think I'd be arguing in a court when I woke up today. Didn't think that my friend would be dead or that he'd have thrust an android onto my lap either. I could just walk in here and concede. Emma would be irritated and more than a little confused, but I would play it off as an exercise in grief. The android would complain loudly, of course, but I wouldn't have to listen to it. Now that it's registered in my name, I could probably just order the damn thing to reset its memory. But I haven't done that. And I guess I don't plan to. Why? It must be because I have my suspicions as well. Sarah insisted that David would never commit suicide, and I haven't actually stopped to ask myself whether or not I agree. David was rational, subdued, private, hard on himself, and not prone to emotional outbursts. So maybe that's why I'm finding myself outside a courtroom prepared to humor and add suspicion before the state. Because I don't really believe David would kill himself either. What's your progress bar at? I can confirm that I am making progress. Well, shit, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But it would be difficult to summarize the progress in terms of completion percent. Give it your best shot anyways. 4%. Are you feeling confident in your case? Markedly less so after hearing that. Do you think the judge will be amenable to your argument? What are you talking about? Do you know the judge we've been assigned? Are they particularly lenient or strict? Adjutants are always a coin flip, so... You do know what an adjutant is, don't you? Are you expecting to see a bearded old man with a robe and gavel when we get in there? Should I not? Adjutants are android judges, okay? With all the authority that entails. I am surprised to hear that people are willing to accept rulings made by automated dependents. Rulings come from landmark cases in the higher courts. Those are passed down by actual judges, real people with decades of study and experience. But not every eviction case or traffic ticket that ends up in court requires years of legal experience. Sometimes all you need is a referee and a sentencing algorithm. So androids are used to reduce caseload. Been that way for decades. But how was a law that replaced judges ever enforced? Would there be injections? Stalling? Also in the future, if the air painting thing works, I'll make a second front plate for 2DS and give it to you. You ever have a con meetup?
Jack, you're thinking too far ahead! Jack, no!
Listen. Well, first of all, it's a 2DS XL. Not a regular 2DS, it's a 2DS XL. Second of all, I don't... You're playing the long game of, like... Also, you're playing a long game, but also, I believe in you. Yeah, you're banking on the slim chance of a possibility this goes anywhere. I hope it does, but you're like, yeah, I can wait 17 years for you to be popular eventually. Yeah, let's do this. Jack, in 17 years, I'm gonna be, what, 30? Like, I'm gonna be like 40. Almost. Ugh. And fine. Hold on to your 2DS XL faceplate. I'm sure we'll meet up at a convention eventually. Conventionally. Judges did fight it for years at every level and in every theater. But the public lost their patience for the kind of obstruction during the 60s. The state needed to shred budgets across the board. And so judges... Yeah! Okay, Jack. I appreciate your faith in me. Truly. We're instead ushered into early retirement by the relentless force of our great nation's accountants. And it's not controversial, having machines determine sentencing for human beings. Whatever controversy there is, it gets aimed at the machines, not the people who put them there. And the machines can't lose sleep over it. Besides, it used to be that even the most high-profile crimes wouldn't get a court date until weeks or months later. Nowadays, most crimes are prosecuted within a single business week. And that's not rushing things. Keeps people in my line of work on their toes, that's for sure. I'm just surprised to hear that there's so much haste. Don't they teach you about classical conditioning in Android school? You gotta feed the dog immediately after you ring the bell. If punishment doesn't follow the crime in quick succession, the lesson doesn't stick. I see. But if adjuvants are so effective, why aren't they used in every trial? Why aren't they used in politics? That's a logical question to ask. And the answer is, the logic only gets you so far when it comes to people. Doesn't everyone want the court to be just as possible? Be as just as possible? If adjuvants are truly impartial and incorruptible, Everyone wants justice, sure, but there are other considerations to be had, such as disgust. What? That's all people really care about. All their olive oil boils down to just what they do or don't even find disgusting. Only problem is everything's more palatable when viewed but through a screen. So when everyone sees the world through AR and cameras, no one ever gets dirt under their fingernails. You'd be surprised that you can get away with that. I realize what con meetup means. That means I'll have to do a face reveal eventually. Doesn't that? Huh, interesting. Yeah, well, therein lies the problem. Getting eat. The game is, there we go. The game is loading very slowly. Say, fuck. Porch room 48. Oh, I think I'm gonna end here, maybe? I have a sneaking suspicion this is where the trial begins. Well, I guess this is gonna be the last of the devil until we can grab Rue again. Mayhaps. Or I can grab one of my other partners, like Maya or Vesper, and I will drag them in and be like, you can't escape. We're oving of the deviling. But anyways, I guess that's gonna be it. I'm hungry. I wanna go get food. I'm, like, really hungry, actually. Ugh. Yes, Jack? Before you go, yes, I'm here. Hello, Jack. I'm still here. I did not! I did not, Jack! I did not take it! Oh, no! I'm taking my medicine now! Ah! Let me go get water. I'll be back. I got my water. Nobody knows. What's a girl to do? Okay. We're leaving! Jack, the messages! Go! Go, my messages! Go, my moderator, go! Epic the Musical is getting it. I saw that! I'm excited! That is not the right message! Those are the wrong messages! Damn it! I should just accept this, shouldn't I? It's fine. I'm gonna drag y'all to Effie. To be honest, Effie, where did Effie end? No, Effie's still going. There's not really anyone else. Let's see. Yeah, looks like Effie needs some people to hang out with. So I'm gonna drag y'all to Effie real quick. Stream was fun. Stream was fun. I'm a little more confident in doing voices now. Like, genuinely. Like, as if playing Endless Mondays, like the initial game, not the DLC, like the initial game of Endless Mondays by myself, which was, I was doing voices as well for there. But this is fun. I like this. Well, I'm gonna take y'all are gonna go watch Effie do some art. Also, before you go, can you rate my drawing? Your drawing, the one you sent me, the one right here. It looks really good actually. It appears to be pencil penned, like inked over, and then crayon or coloring pencil. And then there's like a silhouette of a person here. It looks really good. I like this. I like this a lot. Extended the reference for 4 days to make it. I see. Well, that's gonna be all for today. Y'all have fun watching Effie draw, an actual good artist that isn't me, because I'm not a good artist. Y'all have fun, truly. I had fun, I know that. Anyways, bye-bye, everybody! Bye!